What is it that you guys are always very well prepared against India and all the ICC trophies? How is it?
I'm not sure, but India bring the best out in us. You know, India are well supported. I think that also gets you up as well. I mean, every time you go, even in New Zealand, we played games in New Zealand where there was more Indian supporters than New Zealand supporters. I mean, you wouldn't, no way we wouldn't even try and do that in India. But yeah, I think it's more of a coincidence.
Yuvi Ki Cricket Diary, only on Radio City.
Alright, my name is Yuvi. This is Yuvi's Cricket Diary, and I am with, I would say, my joint favorite jersey number 3. That's the reason because I love Harbhajan Singh as well. This is Ross Taylor from New Zealand. Thank you for joining us, Ross.
Thank you very much for having me. Hey, Kellis wears 3 too.
Yeah, just a little back in the era, but just want to ask you, you're at the breakfast table with all these people you've played against, and then you're going out as well. So there's Watson, there's Finchy, there's Shoaib, a lot of other Asian players as well. Do you still discuss about cricket, one of those rivalries back in the day? Are they still a topic of discussion?
Yes and no. I think I was fortunate enough to arrive on my birthday, and a lot of people sort of associate my birthday with 100 against Pakistan. Pakistan fans not so happy, Indian fans very happy. And then I saw Shoaib, and you know, and it's a nice friendly banter. It's nothing serious. Things, but no, I think, you know, you talk about a range of things. It's not just one. You know, it's cricket, life, where the game of cricket's going as well. I think you know, I think we're all passionate cricket fans, and we want the game to be played and, you know, to be improved over the years to come.
You're happy the direction that cricket is going to?
Yeah, I think there still needs a few tweaks here and there, and I suppose that was why we're having those conversations.
So what would you want to tweak in international cricket currently? Anything that?
I think, you know, there's a lot of franchise cricket, and just still making international cricket relevant, I think. You know, there's a lot of bilateral series between a few nations. It's trying to make it all fair within reason. But no, I think cricket's in a good space, and I'm sure over the years to come will be enjoyed to watch it from afar and obviously not playing in it.
Is Ross a very emotional player?
I think you try and not to be. I think every time I did play on emotion, I wasn't a very good player. Cricket, you know, is a very mental game, and with all the different emotions that you come through, I think if you try to pull that back and take the emotion out of it, more often than not, you would play better. Not necessarily succeed, but you would play better and more consistent.
But
not being as a
post your performances on, for example, if you score a century, is that evening a party evening for us? Do you celebrate like that emotionally?
No. Yes and no. I think it was interesting you brought that up. There was what I was having a chat with Hashim Amla about. I think sometimes when you play international cricket, the pressures and all that come with it, it's almost a relief. It's not you almost don't enjoy it as much as you probably should. You're just relieved that you're doing your job properly and you're succeeding. 16
years, 450 matches. Just that number of 450. Don't tell me it was planned.
No, definitely it was just the way it worked out. It definitely wasn't planned. And it's an easy number to tell people when they ask you how many games you played. I say 450. Or you can say a roundabout so that you don't really know what the stat was. Oh, it was around 450-ish, but 450. I'll take it. It's a nice number.
But we saw you in that game as well, that the 450th match, you couldn't hold your tears back.
Yeah, I think anytime you're singing your national anthem, proud New Zealander, proud to represent New Zealand, but to have my kids there, to come out and to know that it was probably the last time I was going to do it. I tried to, but a few tears came down.
If you have to give me one reason, what is it that you guys are always very well prepared against India and all the ICC trophies? How is it? Like, why can India not have the better of you in the ICC trophies? Where do they lack?
I think, you know, India are a powerhouse of world cricket. And I'm not sure, but India bring the best out in us. You know, I think I'd be naive not to think that IPL plays a part. The boys want to put their name in lights and do well against India. But yeah, I don't know what it is. You know, India are well supported. I think that also gets you up as well. I mean, every time you go, even in New Zealand, we played games in New Zealand where there was more Indian supporters than New Zealand supporters. I mean, you wouldn't. No way we wouldn't even try and do that in India. But yeah, I think it's more of a coincidence. This next tournament, I think is going to be a tough one. India in a one-day World Cup. 2020, it's on the day. One-day cricket, you got to play well for a long period of time, and the New Zealand team have got their work cut out to try and keep that record.
So there's no definite reason, just a coincidence.
I think it's just a coincidence. I wouldn't read too much into it.
I would want you to slip in something for us to know how can we prepare for that. We need to break that.
Well, I think the thing is when you play cricket, bilateral series, you play 5 games. World Cup, there's even more emphasis on playing for your country and doing well. Not that those games during bilaterals don't matter, but it's a lot easier for a smaller nation to feel like the New Zealand public are behind us and want to do well.
Are you someone who wants to keep the records? Are you someone who stays activated with the numbers and records that you made?
Yeah, they motivated me. That was my mentor, Martin Crowe, gave me a lot of goals to set. Obviously, now that I've retired, it becomes irrelevant. But when I was playing, I didn't religiously look at them, but it was just when you're playing so often and things aren't going well, I think goals were very good to just give you a bit of a reset. And, traveling to all parts of the world, being away from family and friends can be hard. And sometimes those goals just gave you that little bit of a push that you needed.
World Test Championship when you defeated India?
Yeah, sorry.
How many sorries will you say for the ICC Champions Trophy, for the World Cup? How many times?
The toss became a very important thing as well, I think. Us winning the toss gave us a big advantage.
Also, Ross, the World Cup final that you lost to England, I won't say you lost it. It's such
it was a tie.
What do you discuss in the dressing room? Because that is merely luck. You weren't anywhere less than England that day.
We didn't discuss it very much. I think we were more shocked and stunned. I think that we'd come so close to winning a World Cup, and we didn't. But yeah, when I see that run out, it still brings back some strange emotions. But I don't think I'll be watching that. I haven't watched the game, and I don't think I'll ever will. Back again, no.
And what was the mood in the dressing room post that?
Yeah, as I said, it was very
quiet.
It was very somber. As I said, everyone was trying to process what had happened.
All right, back to your days. If there's one record that Ross wants to keep to himself, that record is never broken. Is there a record, or is there a very special innings that you want to keep the closest to your heart? Your birthday, Shoaib Akhtar, smashing Pakistan?
There's nothing. I think if there's anything good, we keep hitting the World Cup, winning runs, the inaugural Test Championship, and winning a World Cup for New Zealand. I think no one can take that away from that team, and it was nice to be a part of it.
Super. All right. So what happens next now that you've retired from international cricket? You're here at the Legends League. What are you getting into the combox regularly? Or are you looking for the coaching, mentoring? What happens with this?
Yeah, I think when you play cricket for so long, you've got to give back to the game of cricket. I've only recently just retired from domestic cricket. I think stepping away from cricket, I think a lot of guys finish cricket and go straight into it. I want to step back from cricket and come to these Legends League. Gives me my cricket fix. And having to maintain your fitness is not a bad thing. So I look forward to playing this, hopefully, touch wood, for 2 or 3 years, and then you never know. We'll see what happens in the years to come in terms of coaching, commentary, and I mean, people always ask you for your opinion on things. So even if you try and get away from cricket, it's always going to be in your life in some capacity.
All right, let's do a quick fire. I'm going to name a player. You have to tell me an alternate profession you think he would have been or he can be good at. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Bear with me.
Yeah. All right, to start with, Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Dhoni? He could be a colonel in the army easy, I think. Yeah.
Which I think he is.
Yeah, no, that's what, he could be a general.
That's because of the discipline?
I've always seen him with that, camouflage bag and things. The way he talks to his team, I'm sure he can motivate an army easy.
Virat Kohli.
He could be a model, I think. Yeah, well, he is a model. I'm naming all these people that
They already are.
they're already. I've seen him drive a few fast cars, so maybe he's got a physique to be maybe a Formula One driver. Yeah.
Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes. Stokes. Oh, he could be a professional rugby player, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that physique, fast, athletic. And his dad was a rugby league coach. So rugby league professional, easy.
The swanky Hardik Pandya.
Hardik, oh, it's a good one because I can't. How do I? I feel like he could be a fashion designer of some sort. I think he could.
DJ playing at a club.
Yeah, I just think he could make some amazing clothes and have his own brand of some sort of not athletic clothing, of streetwear of some sort.
Can I see you in that streetwear?
Streetwear, who?
Will you be the brand ambassador for his line in New Zealand? Are you that
far from you need someone like Trent Bolt. I think you need Bolty in that, I think.
Or an alternate profession for Gail?
Gale. Now he could be a DJ. He could organise the best parties. He could be like a party coordinator and anywhere in the world, just being able to get everyone in. Never a dull moment with Universe Boss in the house.
All right. Rohit Sharma.
Rohit. Oh, you stumped me with Rohit. What would Rohit? I don't know Rohit that well. I just see him and I know he's going to hit sixes.
But just from the outside.
From the outside. He could be a farmer, I think. He'd be a good farmer. I could just see him being driving a tractor or something. Yeah.
All right. If Ross was not a cricketer, an alternate profession for Ross Taylor.
Wine connoisseur. Wine connoisseur. Drink.
Really?
Taste wines.
You too fond of that?
It just sounds like a good job. I think it would be good.
Doesn't sound taste like it.
Tastes good. Taste. Depends if you're drinking it and spitting it or just drinking it.
Thank you so much, Ross. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. Hi, I'm Ross Taylor, and you're on Yuvi's Cricket Diaries on Radio City. TK. Paracha.
Yuvi की Cricket Diary only on Radio City.